Welcome to Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom podcast. My name is Mompoloki Lerumo Mogobe. Our objective is to enthuse, inspire, energize, and empower entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs of all stripes here in BW and beyond. We do so by inviting these entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs into our makeshift studio. Sometimes we call them to the restaurant, sometimes we go to our studio, and we ask them to share their experiential knowledge, their experiences and their expertise. And we ask them as many questions as we can, aimed at empowering you also as a viewer. Hello, Dumelang. Welcome to another episode, Mogobe Nuggets of Wisdom. We are now on our 4th year bringing you life-changing business information, and we need your support, guys. Actually, it's 3.5 years now, so we really need your support. What do I mean by that? I need for you to strike the subscribe button and the notification bell so that we can get to more people. You'd be amazed what it does, just striking that notification bell does, and that subscribe button, because that's the only way we can reach more people. That's the only way we can show the YouTube algorithms that we are relevant and we are useful, and that's the only way you can express your love and your involvement for this program. My guest is none other than Latty, and he's coming from the entertainment space, and they would say that there's no business like showbiz, isn't it?
Facts.
Yeah, that's truthful. Let's get the ball rolling by you sharing your background. Tell them about yourself.
Those who know me know this intro. My name is Latty, aka Gap City's boyfriend, aka the most hated, aka public enemy number 1, aka Swagger Sweezy. Baby never had a baby, you know the vibes. My background. Basically, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness my whole life. Let me say most of my life. I remember, like, when I was like 7 years old, I was in like grade 1. So I was raised by my grandmother. She converted to the religion. So that's how we also ended up converting to the religion. You know how, parents are
Yes.
So that's how it was, So this was a very disciplined household, as the religion itself is a very, disciplinarian type of religion. There's so many things that you can't do, and very few things that you can do. In terms of like you don't celebrate birthdays, you don't celebrate Christmas, you don't celebrate New Year's Eve or New Year's, you don't celebrate Easters, you don't mingle with people from other religions and people who are not part of your religion. You can't make friends with them because they are considered as people of the world. You can't dress the way I'm dressed right now. You can't have the type of hairstyle I have right now. You can't have piercings. You can't... there's so many things you can't do.
There just seem to be too many don'ts. What are the do's?
The do's are... You gotta make sure you you pray all the time. We read the Bible almost like more than 3 times a day. There's you read it in the morning, you read it in the afternoon, in the evening. Every chance you get, we go preaching. I'm sure a lot of people have encountered Jehovah's Witness. We are those guys who knock at your door. But like
it's famous for 2 things. 1, Michael Jackson was a member. 2, you can't share blood
transfusions. Yes. If you get in an accident, they quote the scripture from the Bible. When you take out blood, it must be poured to the ground. So there's so many things, but I don't want to make it terrible. It felt terrible at some point though, growing up. Because you're just a kid, man. You don't understand a lot, and you're deprived of so many things. But at the same time, like I spoke about discipline. It looking in hindsight, it helped me, to be able to live without, to deprive myself of certain things. because of faith, which now I could say not necessarily faith, but if you believe in something, you're able to sacrifice, your temporary, wants or desires, looking at
delayed gratification.
Gratification.
Yeah.
So
Tell me about the education part. What did you study and where?
let me take it from the beginning. Primary school. My entire primary school life, I schooled in Solofelo Primary School. It's in Gabs, Broadhurst, and then from there, I went to Marang.
I suppose the tertiary part is the most crucial.
Okay, all right. Tertiary, I studied Bachelor of Finance in UB, but then I dropped out.
Oh, what year?
Second year.
Why?
I was very distracted. Growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, we didn't do much. We were enclosed most of the time. So it's like, what I always say, a child is like a spring. If you keep on pressing it, once you let it go, it springs out. So when I finally got the chance, to stay on my own, I lost control. I was just young and having fun, getting into trouble. So there was a time when the exam, and I was in a jail cell because we were caught for public nuisance. I was with friends. We were walking from the club, President's Hotel. We were walking to UB because I stayed on campus. So the police caught us like with open liquor, open bottle. That they take you. So it was just public nuisance, and some of the people, not necessarily all of us were all together. We know them, but we were not necessarily with them. They were just doing also some dumb things around in the mall. So you
had this cut for some time.
I've had a mohawk for the longest time, So it ended up turning into my trademark. Yeah, that's the money maker right there.
Yeah. They said when we're locking you up right away.
Yeah, because obviously, we always say don't judge a book by its cover, but come on, everybody judges a book by its cover. So my hairstyle and just my look is most of the time associated with like
So how did that lead to you quitting school then?
I ended up not being able to write because I get a mall.
They kept you for how long? I thought they
the maximum amount they can keep you in there is like 48 hours.
Days. Yeah.
48 hours. No,
oh.
But the thing is, no quality exam.
Yes.
But the thing is, I'm so okay. Let me find a way to say it without sounding arrogant. I'm bright. Like school has never been really a problem. Plus I work hard, so it came with a little bit of cockiness for the primary tests. I don't need to really prepare for that because I'm going to ace the exam whether they like it or not. But then the problem is, if now you don't write the final exam, you're doomed because you don't have the previous marks to fall back on. But I was young and immature at the time, so I didn't think about it in that way. So I'd play during during the semester. I'm gonna ace the final exam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then I took a while to get back to the teachers. Can I get a makeup test? They said it was too late.
You delayed.
I delayed. So I ended up dropping out. Yes.
And then what did you do with your life then?
Luckily, I've always loved business. So in 2015, before I dropped out, I'd already started a modeling agency, and I was in the music industry. I'd started working on some music also. Yeah, so I focused entirely on that during the time. Yeah, okay. I started a modeling agency called X Models Agency. Yes.
Talk about that model agency for a bit to tell us how you set it up and what it does.
Basically, it's how I set it up is I went to two people that I trusted. Where I have a vision, you know. I'm trying to start an agency. Before that, I was a model. Like, I'd take pictures. I was spotted, basically. I was spotted walking because I always had like a crazy image. You know what I mean? I would also dress up also with like crazy, you know, flamboyant colors. So a guy once spotted me and then just said, I want to use you for a photo shoot. I was like, all right, no, cool. I don't want money at the time. I just wanted to be a part of something, man. I had always wanted to be a model, but I didn't know how or what are the channels or how can I get there. So then I got to the shoot, and then at the shoot I met another guy who was also part of the shoot, and he was telling me about wanting to start his own agency. The name of the agency is Empire. Okay. Yeah, so his name is King. So he told me, and I'd want you to be part of my agency. He was telling me it was an idea. And then I was like, idea, for sure. I mean, like I said, all I wanted to do is do something with my life, you know?
Yes.
Fast forward, things didn't end up working out. You know, there were, you know, a few things that I wasn't happy with in the agency. First of all, don't mix business with pleasure. You know, so he was.
You didn't like those rules.
He's a guy though, you know. So, but I didn't want that. Plus, also, I'm straight. You get so. It ended up. It made things sour after I told him no.
That's a bit sickening, isn't it?
Yeah, man. So you know, properly. I was treated a little bit funny. So I started the agency out of spite. You know, sometimes it happens. I mean, it's not like the best thing to do because things that are started out of spite, we have no direction because you never really get to plan them properly.
You also needed to put some food on the table, right?
Yes. So it started out of spite because I'd always wanted to be a businessman, but at the same time, I used that to drive me at the time. I started my own agency, spoke to 3 of my friends. Now I'm back to where I was. Spoke to 3 of my friends. Yo, I have this vision. I want to start an agency. Yeah. And then with time, you know, I just kept on developing the idea. It's a promotions and modeling agency. It's called X Models Agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the setup like now?
Right now, we have promotional models. You know, those are models you use for like activations. You use them for, you know, ushering at events, you know, and, you know, stuff like that. And then we also have, you know, various categories. We also have, you know, models that you can use for billboards, for TV commercials, and different ages because, you know, there's different specifications for depending according to various clients. There's people who want people who look like models, you know, usually for clothing labels and other type of commercials or billboards. And then there's clients who come to us about we want a person who looks like your typical Motswana. Who doesn't feel like the advert is too far-fetched, you know. So
it's realistic.
Yes, realistic, basically. You know, no, I want a 50-year-old, I want a 60-year-old for a commercial. Kind of, we want an infant. We provide all those kind of people. We have their profiles and databases, and we also do like casting work. Where as a company, you call X Models Agency, or okay, I want 50 people. This is the criteria, and we want you to host auditions on our behalf and handle everything on our behalf. Also, we do events in terms of like fashion shows, in terms of like you know, confidence building workshops and runway training workshops.
Okay.
Yes.
In terms of that side of your business, what did you say are the highlights? Can you share some of the high points in the past you've had on the modeling agency side?
Yes, I've had an opportunity to collaborate with Mthusile Sole, who's a very huge fashion designer here in Botswana, and CNN. It was a collaboration between Mthusile Sole and X Models Agency. Yes, they had come to Botswana and they were working on the local brands.
What was the shoot about?
It was about fashion. It was about fashion in Africa. So they were touring around Africa. Yes.
So Mutusi had his line on show?
Yes, it's called Izaura Collection.
Okay.
So things usually work best as collaboration.
Yes.
Instead of a collision or trying to
do everything yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And let's talk about challenges in the modeling arena.
Yes.
What would you say are the biggest challenges?
The biggest challenges I hadn't mentioned. We also worked with Achap. Achap, they gave us like one of our biggest checks ever. So
Achap is the AIDS.
Yeah, they deal with like HIV and circumcision. You know, yeah, it usually was funded by Bill and Melinda Gates.
Yes.
Yes. So some of the challenges I saw were that there is no like regulation in the modeling and fashion industry. Some people we charge it to hella and we tuelwa hella. There's no like regulation. Somebody can decide whether they want you on a billboard and they're gonna pay you what, $1,000, 500 pula. They can pay you anything. There's no regulation. So
well, if you agree, that's your problem, isn't it?
Facts. But there's no regulation. Like we charge it to hell, and people feel like there's no ceiling and there's no like trough where no, you can't charge below this you can't pay somebody below this.
Okay.
And then another thing is some of the challenges I've faced. Let me try and think of them from the top of my head right now.
Is it easy to make Zaga? Because you mentioned Achap gave you the fattest check. So is this an ongoing thing with Achap or what?
It's just like any other industry, basically. If you focus, network, meet the right people, you know what I mean? Like you can always make money. But it's just that a lot of people don't apply themselves and don't learn about finances. So if you find yourself in that kind of position, you make money but you end up blowing all of it on the wrong things or
let's talk about your other involvement in the entertainment industry. Can you share a little bit, unpack that a little bit?
Yes. Currently I'm a DJ and I create YouTube content. Yes, so as a DJ, you know, it's been like one of the best moves thus far because before that I was a vocalist, you know,
a singer.
Yes, so you know, with time you have to evolve. I believe in evolving. So I decided, you know, at some point that okay,
I didn't know you had a musical talent.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Which genre?
I used to do hip hop. Yeah, but with time, you know, you have to evolve with the times.
Yeah.
So I ventured now into Amapiano, into the Amapiano space. It's a sub-genre of house music.
Okay.
Yeah. So
which song are you known for?
I'm known for songs like This Gender, Nyegeleni, and currently out now.
Is there a popular beat you can share? Somebody will catch on.
The fans of Latty will know. My music is available on all musical platforms. Yeah, and currently I have a new single out. It's called Stando Sime.
Okay.
And with August coming, I'm going to be releasing more music. So right now, like I work, like I said, I focus mostly on Amapiano, but it doesn't mean that I can't work with establishments that don't play Amapiano because I'm very versatile.
I thought you'll share a little tune that is popular that somebody will pick up on.
I know Batla Nyoko, Mara I know Pogo. Hey, how about Tripa? Ish, why bona this gender? Abuti bula booty. Yeah, we kaseka cooler box, chilling at the top, pocket bosso, poso. Hish.
Yeah, but you've done a great job.
I forgot.
Yeah, but
yeah, man. Like it's a song that I long released in what was that? 2020. Yeah.
But people love it.
Yeah, we have like a lot of music that's coming out.
Yeah.
Especially in August since summer is coming. And I'm going to be DJing and executive producing a lot on those kind of songs, and it's a lot of international collaborations.
Wow.
I'm going to be collaborating with big names. People should make sure to check out my social media, because that's where I'm going to be making most of the announcements.
How does YouTube help your music?
YouTube is a great platform. First of all, I'm monetized. A lot of people can't get monetized though in Botswana. Nobody can get monetized in Botswana. So for those who want to know how I did it, you gotta know someone in SA. You know what I mean?
To register you.
You register yourself, and then that's the address I used. So that's basically how I did it. So YouTube will send a letter to the
That
person.
address.
Yes, they'll send you like a what's it called? Like basically a verification, and then you enter the numbers. Then you can get
What
monetized.
I want to know is, how does it actually help the music in terms of does it bring more subscribers who then in turn purchase the music, or is it just a matter of YouTube paying you for as a result of monetization?
Now, the good thing is social media kind of is like a worldwide platform. Anybody from anywhere can find your music if you know how to use social media. So the good thing is a lot of people buy search from anywhere. If they search Amapiano music, your music is bound to show up at the top. You know, so it helps me push my music, and it's timeless. So anybody Lemo finds out about me today can go and search and find my music there.
And you have more than 25,000 subscribers, eh?
Yes.
How many are you at?
Yes. I think I'm on 25K. The last time I checked.
How did you get there? What techniques did you use to grow your subscriber list?
It took a lot of creativity, you know, and building, like, just you need to create content that resonates with your target audience. That's like, I'm in a journey of learning so many things right now, you know, and in hindsight, I got to figure out, you know, every creator or every artist, when you start a brand, you need to treat it like a business. You need to actually sit down and do a business plan with objectives, figure out what's going to be your target market, and give them that consistently. Because if you don't have a target market, you're not going to have direction. You're going to be hitting, shooting
everywhere,
you know what I mean? And having many different casualties. So the thing is, what I did is I identified the target market, and then I gave them exactly what I said I'm going to give them. If you tell people, this is what my brand is about, and this is what I do, then people should find exactly that, or else people start unsubscribing. So I started a YouTube channel, and I started giving people content, and specific content that I knew would reach out to the target market.
As in the type of music that you are involved in.
The type of music I was involved in, and also like the type of YouTube content that I was putting out there.
Beyond music, what else are you providing?
I was providing content called Smash or Pass. What does that mean? Smash or Pass is basically like a youth type of show where there's like
is this one
2
good
rows,
or bad?
girls and guys?
Smash as in good, pass as in bad.
Yes, basically, yeah. How do you find this
choosing music
person
or choosing
appealing?
a person? Oh, so it's a most about that. It's about sort of dating games or what?
Yes. You know, as an artist, you know, there's always, like, as a creative, you can always provide more than just the music, you know, to your audience. You get what I'm saying? As you evolve, you know.
So how does it work? I'm very curious.
It's
Smash and Pass thing.
Smash or Pass. It's basically like a row of guys and a row of girls facing each other, and then each person gets a chance in front of like this row, saying if they would smash or pass.
Walking.
Yeah, walking.
So if you pass, you are embarrassed or what?
If you are passed, yes, yeah, you are embarrassed, yeah, of course. And if you have a fragile ego, that is. Yes.
And this is a live thing.
We shoot it, cut it, and package it. I edit it myself.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you then interview the ones who've been smashed, or those who've been passed afterwards?
Sometimes I do. I'll just be like, ask them, how was it? Like, how's the experience? Did you have fun? Especially those who just smashed and passed. Yes. So that's the YouTube content that also made me go viral. And in the past, I was also known for like very explicit music and videos.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Like I was crazy.
F-bombs.
Man. Yeah, F-bombs and just like, nude women. I was known wherever Latty is, you'll find the hot women. Naked women.
Yeah.
All the time, But with time I've managed to
But like most music videos seem to be like that, especially R&B and
trust me, that one is crazier. Yeah, because it was a collaboration between me, Ozzy F. Teddy, and William Last, Young Amazing, and Legacy.
Okay.
So William Last, that's one of the songs that got him out there, in terms of like recognition. Because sometimes
so did you get women from your modeling side?
No. That's where I didn't. Like, that's where I was able to see, there's a slippery slope. The best thing was not to do that, because it's going to be like, now I'm using my models for my own selfish gains or my own benefit.
Okay.
So I decided to just talk to girls by what I knew. Because come on, I was a bachelor, I look good, so it's not like I'd struggle like to finding,
volunteers.
people who want to be part of the music videos. Yeah, but like with time, like I said,
did you pay them for their appearances, these young ladies?
At the time, I didn't pay them. Yeah, like honestly speaking, yeah, I didn't pay them.
It looks like they were not asking for.
Yeah, it's not like I was making money at the time either. Like, because we did that video immediately after COVID. Like immediately, the first week after the second lockdown.
Yeah, which video is this one?
It's called Booty Butt Chicks Remix. Booty Butt Chicks Remix. It's actually 18 rated on YouTube.
Is it popular in Botswana or across the world?
It is popular in Botswana. Because knowing the thing is, Facebook took it down. YouTube
too explicit.
Yes. Yes, like that video was like really, really explicit, and it made rounds, like it made it to the papers. Everybody in Botswana knows Booty Butt Chicks Remix.
I'm the only one.
Yes. Well, is that so?
It shows the circles I move around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Something about you that intrigues me, despite being active in the entertainment industry and the modeling industry, you quit alcohol.
Yeah.
And its so-called benefits. Can you help us understand the reasoning behind that?
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to enjoy this part of the podcast, because it's a very like amazing journey that I'm going through that I really share with others, every chance I get. In life you reach to a point where you get tired of being a loser. Because I was moving in a cycle of you win, mess up, go back to where you were. Work hard. You win. Do the same things you did again. You go back to where you were. So it just became a cycle.
Vicious cycle.
And I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. So when I didn't achieve the things that I knew I should be achieving, it got me into a very dark place of depression. Everybody has a vice. Everybody has that one thing that they are doing that they know they need to stop doing, but they keep on doing over and over again. And it makes them more depressed, but we keep on doing it over and over and over again.
Because it gives you a temporary high.
Yes. So I was on alcohol. I smoked weed. I smoked cigarettes. I kept the wrong circle of friends around me. I was pushing a crazy agenda also in the media. I played a very crazy persona, which is part of, just rebelling. So, but I got to a point where I just felt, some of these things I need to let go, because they don't seem to be taking me anywhere, or should I say they're holding me back. Alcohol was one of those things. You know, I got to a point where when you smoke weed, I don't know if you've smoked weed before. Have you?
I don't recall.
Okay. But yeah, when you smoke weed, there's this thing called having the munchies.
Mm-hmm.
You feel very hungry, like after smoking weed. So it made me eat a lot, and you eat at odd hours of the night. Because now I'm not like after I smoke weed, I don't want to do anything serious. I can't.
You become a slob.
Yeah, man. Like I want to sleep and probably masturbate or something and go to sleep. You know what I mean? And you smoke weed
Nothing
at odd hours.
Important.
Yeah, man. Like I can't focus. There are people who say I can smoke weed and then get into the studio. I can smoke weed and then
I think they're lying.
Revise. It treats us different. But for me, I can't do anything serious after smoking weed. I want to watch a movie or something useless, you know. So I'd eat at odd hours of the night because most of the time, since the thing is, I was a functioning addict of weed and alcohol. I knew, okay, during the day I can't smoke and stuff like that.
You're talking what in the 2020, 2019?
I mean, most of my adulthood. Like I was an occasional smoker.
I mean, when you came to this realization to change?
It's something that is very recent.
Oh, I see.
It is something that is very recent because for the longest time I kept on convincing myself, no, I got it. Because I don't smoke when it's time to work. I would smoke maybe when I get home later, and then you get caught up in that 4 hours of just YouTube. You're going through the shorts, or you're scrolling, or you're watching a movie, and then you're basically just caught in that hedonistic corner of just eating a lot. And I just kept on gaining weight also, and it reached a point where I was fat. My confidence was basically dragging on the floor, you know. And when I'm in that state where I'm fat and I don't feel good about myself, I don't do good also.
But what led to the epiphany? What was the turning point? The thing that kicked
when I was fat, when I wasn't succeeding and achieving the things that I know I'm supposed to be achieving, you know. And age was also catching up. I mean, I just turned 29 this year. When you are young, you can get away with some of these things. You know, drinking, 18 forever. You know, 21 till I die. You know, all those things.
Yeah.
But as you grow older and you're in the same position, now you're just a grown, useless infant. You know,
grown useless infant.
Yeah,
that's a tweetable quote.
You know what I'm saying? So I got to that point where I'm just like, no, man, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I can do. So, because most of the time we get depressed in all of this, we know what we're doing wrong, but we're not doing anything about it. But I decided, you know what? I need to do something. I need to do something.
Did you quit cold tech? Cold
tech is like
sudden nothing.
Yes, I've always been an extremist. When I go in, that's why when I decided to do hip hop, I went extreme, like nude everything. I came out for everything. That's how I am. So I decided, you know what, I'm tired of this, and I was getting very suicidal. You know, like because these things that we drink, these things that we take, they also come with like a lot of anxiety and baggage and depression. Just like the food that we eat, when you eat a lot of junk, people don't know that it triggers a lot of negative feelings and a lot of depression. Like you can even Google this. I'm talking about things that I Google, things that I watch YouTube videos about, because it was a process of me saying, you know, I need to change my life. I need to change my life. I need to change my life. And then it got to a point now. I get there's always that point where I felt suicidal, where I was tired of asking people for things. You know,
just wondering, just a thought popped into my head.
Yeah.
How your grandmother, who lovingly raised you in the Jehovah's Witness environment, how she felt about all this.
She passed away. She long passed away.
Oh, she had long passed away.
Yeah, I'm an orphan.
Oh, okay. So at the time, you're on your own.
Yeah, basically, because I long had to go to boarding school.
But did you ever think of her memory? How would she feel if she was around? If she saw me like this?
Yo, man. It wasn't like drastic. It's not like I was some drug addict who was, you know what I mean? Like, come on, I was an occasional weed smoker and we still got the work done. I was a functioning addict.
Yeah.
Like, but
you could see the direction.
Yes, you know what I mean? Like sometimes just like in this city, a lot of people are functioning addicts. Like it's normal. What do you do in Botswana if you're not drinking?
Sorry to hear that about my country.
You know, a lot of people is what people do for fun. Whether you are rich, whether you are poor, that is the activity. Everybody drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like Neke, not just like everybody, but it's just that bro, looking at my dreams and where I'm trying to get to. I do so many things and I want to achieve so many things, and one of the things is I want to be a millionaire.
So you rebranded from quote unquote an outlaw to bold and what? Bold and inspiring.
Yes.
Which is what you are. What was the process of rebranding, and can you share us the steps you took?
So basically, I decided, I'm going to quit alcohol, and I'm going to quit weed, and I'm going to quit cigarettes, and I'm going to join the gym like intensely. I'm going to work out until I get to where I want to get.
Six-pack?
I'm almost there. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
And I also told myself, I will always tell the truth, or at least I will not lie. So that on its own didn't allow for my brand as well, because my brand was mostly playing a facade. Like this arrogant guy. I'm not arrogant. I had to even force myself most of the time because I'm a very humble person. You know what I'm saying? So it got to a point where I'm just like, you know what? My whole life I always, cared about, what are people gonna think? Am I saying the right things? Where you just overthink everything. But then after I told myself I'm always going to tell the truth, it just made life way much easier. And everywhere I go, people appreciated me more when I told them the truth and when I showed the real me. Life hack. Like, just be yourself. And it's easy.
Be the original you.
Easy. Yeah.
You are the only original.
You know what I'm saying? And you can only pretend for so long. So I decided, I need to start being myself, and being myself started inspiring people also, So I decided, with the outlaw and crazy things that I did, it was mostly for pulling in the numbers, because in Botswana, like I always say, stupidity is rewarded more than intelligence.
How do you mean?
Come on. If you think about it, the biggest influencers in Botswana, the people who are the most followed.
Yeah.
Look at what exactly do they do? What's their content? And how did I end up? I was releasing good music. I was doing, like these reality TV series, shooting and stuff. Nobody cared. Until I dropped Booty Butt Chicks remix. Then everybody, I caught their attention now. Everybody paid attention. Until I dropped Smash or Pass. With the crazy kissing scenes, who were drunk and just doing the most in some of the shows, and it made me a household name.
I wonder why.
That's how Botswana is.
Botswana is an international phenomenon.
It's especially Botswana. In other countries, you get big musicians who can make strictly content, music, or if they're doing podcasts, they can focus on that, or you can also be big as a real estate agent or whatever field that you're in. But in Botswana, you have to add a little bit of stupidity or like outlaw type of things for you to actually make it out there. But then, since I have the attention now, I can go back to being the real me and actually use my influence to impact people's lives. And I don't need to do anything, say like out of this world. It's just me being myself, Jorge. Guys, I've quit alcohol. I've quit weed. I've quit smoking. I fast now. I practice a lot of, gratification, thanking God or just being grateful for the things that I have. I try as much as possible for every moment, every morning when I wake up, I start with the little things, I'm grateful I'm still alive. We can call it whatever, prayer or just, counting your blessings.
Okay.
But when I want everybody to be able to relate, just, Christians only. So, being grateful for the fact that you are in good health, being grateful for the fact that you actually have a vision and you love what you do. That is a very underrated blessing. A lot of people don't even know what they want to do with their lives. And I wake up every day knowing exactly what I want to do. And I get to do that and I enjoy it.
What I also noticed about you is that even as you rebranded, you kept the look, the mohawk, and the... What is it about this look, and what are you communicating with it to the marketplace? Not just in the modeling arena, but also in the music and entertainment arena.
People used to tell me I'd never walk into any building with any serious people with this hairstyle. You know what I mean? But I've managed to do that countless times, over and over and over again.
Including now.
Including right now. You know what I mean? You're a very successful individual, but you're still able to have a civil conversation with me.
Yes.
And I've managed to do that over and over again, like I said. So with the image, it started off with just wanting to be a rebel. I was tired of the rules. I was tired of being enclosed because I've always been the same person, but it's just that I was in prison because of the religion at the time. So at the time, mohawk was like a trending hairstyle at the time. So me doing it was bigger than what people saw, because now the whole of my life I couldn't do such things. So me having a mohawk was like a big thing for me. Like, wow, I can actually rock this, finally. So, but then I had it for so long that it ended up being a trademark. From like it being I've had a mohawk since I was like in Form 4. And like a betwa over and over again. Every time he bumps into me, I know we're going straight to the office, but I never cut it. So it just became a trademark in a way, and it's a very nice conversation starter. That's how I met former president Lieutenant General Ian Khama when he was still president. I went to his event, Lady Khama, like the charity event, and he was there. Nekense right how doing thing by the stage, just watching.
Yes.
Yeah. So when he got out, the first question he asked is that your real hair? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And me being, like very opportunistic.
Yeah.
I was able to.
He picks quite an afro himself.
Yes. Yes. So I was able.
He could relate.
He said, yeah, basically. So I took the opportunity and turned it into what I wanted to speak into. I was like, yes, no, it's my real hair. It's actually like this because I run a modeling agency. So then the conversation started going exactly where I wanted to go. So I was able to. They have to like go to the airport, so why didn't you ask for the number? But it's just in my mind I was thinking, how do you ask? The president obviously doesn't give out his number. So I wasn't able to ask for the number, so I'm busy beating myself up. I'm thinking, why did you do this, you idiot? So, and then God works in mysterious ways. When two gentlemen came to me about HE, His Excellency, modeling, what. Yeah, so that's how. And then a week or two later, I got a call directly from him. He called me. I was invited to the State House.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I actually ended up meeting gentlemen like Mr. Jagdish Shah. That's how we ended up also becoming friends, because he was Nikeba Boleta about a fashion show that I wanted to do, which was in appreciation of people with albinism. Yeah, if people can check it out on YouTube.
Yeah,
it's called the X Fashion Show.
It went well?
It went very well, but I could have done better. One thing I took out from that was never be Jagdish taught me that. Never be afraid to postpone. If you have an event and you are seeing what is something, even if because I had postponed before because certain things were not delivered yet by the sponsors. So, and then something similar happened where sponsor asadi ticket. The guy with the tickets, basically, you can't do anything without the tickets. Waited till like a week before, like the week at the event, like a week before the event, I released the ticket. So basically, we had a week to sell the tickets. But I think the pressure, I can't postpone the second time. I'm gonna look like an idiot. What? I ended up saying, let's just go ahead with it. So I got a good turnout. 80 hours performing. Jagdish was
a very talented man. He's been on this show before.
I'm sure it was an amazing show.
It was.
Yeah. So, Ebiketswela with the show, we had a good turnout, but it wasn't as good as it could have been if I had just decided to postpone and give myself time to market the event. So never be afraid to postpone, man.
You can always have another one next year.
Yeah. So summing up
the following year.
So summing up the answer, it's a unique. Yes, it's a unique look, and it starts a lot of conversations all the time, and it has gotten me into the right places. And the good thing is, your image always has to be different from everybody else. Come on, if you think of Robert Mogobe, you think of the
mustache.
The mustache. If you think of Adolf Hitler, you think of this. If you think of Ian Kama, you think of the afro. If you think of like so many people, if you think of Masisi, okay, I can't think of anything.
But well, the smooth hair. I mean, the smooth head.
Don't we all have?
Listen, you are ultimately a businessman.
Yes.
As a DJ, as an events promoter, what did you say is your secret sauce for success? What are the key ingredients?
What I got to learn is a lot of people in our industry make a lot of money, but then we have no financial literacy. People are not reading, which makes it like very true. Or if you want to hide information from a black man, hide it in a book. People are not reading.
That's a scandalous thing to say, but sometimes it sounds like as if it's
true. It is the truth. Very few people read, but every time I read a book, I feel like way much of a better person than I was before I read that book. You know what I'm saying? So
one of the key ingredients for success for me is what I call avid readership.
Yes.
Where you read with that gusto, with that urge, with that enthusiasm.
Yes.
Avid readership.
Yes.
So you have that?
I have that. If I can't read like a solid copy, or if you're a person who can't read solid copies after like 10 minutes of reading, I mean, take audiobooks. They still do a great job. Like most of the audiobooks is straight to 8 hours, but most of them are about like 6 hours or less, 3 hours even. But you will get so much knowledge. And
the good thing, you can do it while doing other tasks.
Exactly.
Like
you can
driving.
You can be driving, you can be washing the dishes, you can be cleaning the yard, And the saddest thing is that there's a book about everything. If you're a struggling musician, there's a book specifically for struggling musicians. If you want to get into real estate, there's a
book for somebody at your level.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's somebody who has already gone through the exact same things that you are trying to do
and has willing to share it.
All the information for free. You know what I'm saying? And can you believe that people don't read such books, but they say they want to be successful.
How did you overcome that normal reluctance to read? I mean, it's important we share this because a lot of people say, why should I read? I already have my degree or something.
Yeah. Thing is, I've always loved winning. I've always loved winning, and I wanted to always, and lack of preparation, or when you don't know what you're talking about, it causes a lot of anxiety. So I always wanted to be on top of my game. So I knew it was the right thing to do. If every successful person is saying you need to read, and you want to be like that person, you definitely have to do what they're doing.
They all say the same thing.
It's not like like when you are going to read, yes, I'm about to go and read. No. But you know it's the right thing to do. There are things that you know or you need to do, and
like
they're the right things to do. Like going to the gym. It's not like nobody has ever said, I haven't heard anybody saying, bro, like the best thing I've ever done in my life is like push-ups. You know what I mean? Like nobody enjoys those things. But it's things that we need to do to stay ahead. So I knew I had to do it, so I did it.
And how did that help you in the entertainment industry? Are you able to show some highlights or specific achievements that resulted from developing those habits?
From reading, yeah. First of all, during the lockdown, I was so tired. Like I was trying to do this reality TV series at some point, and people would take their sweet time to deliver, like to give me the edited content. A lot of Botswana, we say we want to work hard, we want to be successful, but it's all talk. When it gets to the real work, people don't show up. So I got tired of always waiting. 6 months I hit Amoto Asabolore Uto editor my reality TV series. I was like, I need to start reading on this. I need to watch all the relevant YouTube material on this. Took me a week, and I was editing my own videos. On a level, somebody has been probably doing that for years. You know what I mean?
Just from watching YouTube videos.
And reading.
And applying.
I was able to do it myself. That's how I ended up gaining a new skill of editing. I would have never started probably your Leonis Smash or Pass, which made me a household name. But because I learned that specific skill, I was able to, get things rolling. You know what I'm saying? Now, all I needed is somebody to shoot, and I edited myself. Because shooting is easy. You do it in an hour or less.
Yeah.
And then now chop it up myself because I want that. The dream is mine, Akir. Yeah. So I gotta work hard for it if other people can't see it.
You slog for your dream.
Yeah, and another thing I benefited is last year I decided how to learn how to DJ. I read some books, on
because you're originally not a DJ. You're originally a singer.
Yes. But then with time, you need to evolve as a brand.
So the books were on?
I read books on personal development. I read books on marketing. I read books on like biographies of other people in my field by who were successful. So, and then I also watched a lot of YouTube content because you need to start somewhere. I'm just gonna wait until I get the right money for me to attend a proper school. You'll never start. Get the ball rolling. Show the universe.
Take that first step.
Take that first step with the best thing you can ever do for yourself is take it with small steps. Take small steps. You know what I mean? Like if you've never read a book and then today Abobala 3 pages, you are a better man than you were yesterday.
By far.
If you've been eating chicken, okay, let me not mention people's brands. If you've been eating fast food 7 times a week, 7 days in a week, then you start eating it 6 times a week. That is something. That's an improvement. You are less useless than you used to be yesterday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's how, and I gained my point.
Yeah.
I was able to learn that, and in less than a year, I'm gigging. I'm a regular at Main Deck. I'm getting paid more than 5,000
Per gig.
per month.
Yeah.
You know, and I play only from what? My event is like from 6 till 10 on Thursdays only. But I get paid like regularly.
Where did you get the actual music to be able, in a short space of time, to be able to perform at that level?
You gotta want it. You gotta be obsessed with your goal. You gotta be like really, 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 really obsessed. You gotta want it.
And you really wanted it.
You gotta want it more than you want to breathe. You know what I mean? Like if you're in that space where you are tired of just not being successful. You know, like not being like attender event crowding, you know, like you just want like a better life for yourself. You want to change, you know, how your other family members have lived. You know what I mean? You wanna better yourself. You will come up with the way. I was so obsessed that I was reading. I was, you know, finding all the relevant content on, and also studying everybody who's successful in the field I was trying to venture into. You know what I mean?
So how do you stay relevant in a quote-unquote seemingly overcrowded landscape? Number one. Number two, in an ever-changing landscape. How do you stay relevant?
Evolving. You need to evolve at some point. Conquer a certain field, but with time, grow. Growth needs to show. If you used to be just a musician, at some point, maybe start a record label or venture into merchandising. Come on, we've seen it with all the greats. 50 Cent, he was a musician. Enabler, he was quick to, you know, also increasing his accolades. He's an author. He's a musician. He also does mineral water, and he's also into the movie. He's an actor, and he's also into like the movie
director.
Yeah, he directs and produces.
And
you know,
he's got his own shows.
Yes, you know what I mean. Like he's also he sells mineral water. Like, and these are all multi-million-dollar deals. If you look at guys like Kanye West. You know, Yeezy is like.
Let's talk about you. You're the one we want to know more of.
No, I was just giving.
I know those are good examples.
My point,
but I'm just saying, let's divert back. Where is the Zaga? Show us the Zaga. If I say, show me the money.
Yeah.
Like was famous in one movie. I'm trying to remember the name of the movie with Tom Cruise and somebody.
He said, show me the Zaga.
Yeah. Show me the money.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The word wasn't Zaga. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, in the music industry, there's money. The music or the entertainment space, we make money, but the problem is we blow it as fast as we make it. You don't keep it. Yeah. First of all, we don't know much. Like I said, people don't read, so they don't know about investing. They don't know money management and lifestyle. You want to be seen out there. You are competing with guys who are investing. Mr. Mogobe is into real estate. Kemana Kusiga Lounge. He's buying a bucket. Kebata compete le. Me I get this man who investing. I want to be seen as a high celebrity. So wherever I'm at, I want to be drinking the most expensive bottles. You know. So, and also we have habits. Most musicians have habits because creativity runs with by inspire you, like the pains of maybe their childhood, because most musicians an escape from maybe an abusive father, or
so what's your formula then? Where's the Zaga? Tell me about
the Zaga is you need to make sure stay in your lane, make money from it, you know, like gotta brand yourself in such a way that
and then you invest.
People people will want to be associated with you, and people will love what you're offering. What you offer at first, hella, should be of quality. Make sure when you work on a song, when you work on a clothing line or whatever it is, it needs to be top quality. Give people a great product, because a great product will always market itself. And you will get like referrals as well. Lay in business. Don't do this artist thing where you come very arrogant to feel like, that thing
kills you. Takes money away from you.
It will take money away from your pockets, and nobody will want to work with you, because you are a drama king or drama queen. So get your attitude.
Be humble.
Get it correct. And then also,
when you say invest, how do you mean? How do you invest?
From one of the early books I read, The Richest Man in Babylon, I learned, before you invest in anything, always make sure you learn everything there is to learn about that industry, so that you know exactly what you are going to be putting your money into. Secondly, also, make sure that you get information from the right people, the people who are experienced in that.
Be very good at your craft.
Yes. Yeah, be good at your craft, yes. But people who are really good at whatever you're trying to get into. For example, if I wanted to get into real estate, it would only make sense that I sit down with somebody like you, who's already doing...
Or come to my mentorship program.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Nice one. I see what you did there. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's very important that you... Because most people don't know that if you ask for a person who's successful, hello Murari, can I meet you for coffee? I just want to learn from you.
They will share that information
for free. What they went to go through hell to learn.
No, as long as you buy me lunch.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Yes. And people would say, I don't have time to be looking for rich people to feed. You know what I mean? But what they don't understand is you're going to gain so much in just that one sitting. Even if the lesson it's a taro, that is sufficient. Like, you've learned way more than you knew before you met that person. And then also, always make sure before anything, Hamadiats in your account, you have to have at least 10% of that money. Save it.
Put it aside.
Because
my rule used to be 20%. I've raised it to 30.
That's good. With time, you increase it. That's why at least
you save to invest.
Exactly. Save to invest. So after some time, save for a rainy day. Save for investing in whatever that you are working on. I can also to accumulate the information.
Yeah.
Like I said. And then now this money, writing down is very important. Like I said earlier,
goals.
Write down your goals, a business plan. When you have goals, like your short-term goals and long-term goals, you have to go into like the actual details, like and the numbers. I want to buy, let me say, for example, in an agency, I'd love to have my own studio. Okay, start researching. How much is a studio building? It's an Mogobe Plaza. Okay, how much can I get a room this big to set up my stuff? The actual prices. Okay, by Langkota, I want a studio. Okay, cameras. How much are cameras? What's internet thing? Camera also a highly second hand okay, I know. But everything you need to write it down and only price, because you get what you focus on.
Yes. You get what you focus on.
I want to be rich. And then there's no actual goals and actual prizes. I want to get a studio, but how are you part-time frame? You need to say, in a year's time I want to have a studio.
Yeah.
And I need to raise this much for me to get this. And then break down those goals into smaller.
Timely, yeah.
Yes, and then you have to break them down into smaller
chunks.
Chunks. So okay, maybe the most important thing I can get right now, and say right now, I'm gonna save this for this. About okay, 6 months, I can save
yeah,
per month or weekly, every week they can save arrive at this amount.
This goal, yeah.
Yes. And then you save. After you reach another 6 months, let's say I finally managed to save up for renting.
Yeah.
You pay for that. You know what I mean? So, and then now you start focusing on the next goal. And I encourage people to also invest in assets. Invest in things that will make your money back. Right now, I'm working on investing in sound. I'm a DJ. It makes me more appealing as a DJ if I come with my own sound. If you book me for a wedding,
you bring
sound. It's more appealing because it's a one-stop shop. I get to hire a sound
to justify your charges.
I get to book a sound book a DJ, like those kind of things that I come as a package.
Yeah.
And that sound investor I can also rent it out.
Yes.
So it can go and make money elsewhere, like I say. You know what I'm saying? So you need things that can make money for you whether you are there or not. And basically things saying
it compounds.
Yeah.
All right. Let me time is not on our side.
Yeah.
Let me ask you the crystal ball issue or question.
Okay.
If you look at that crystal ball and we project 10, 15 years, let's talk about your brand and let's talk about your specific businesses. First, the modeling business and then the DJ business. What do you project? What do you see a couple of decades down the line?
And the modeling, I've been slowly hinting. I should have a studio, of our own, like a proper warehouse. It needs to be a multimedia house. You know what I mean? Where we can shoot TV commercials. We can shoot, we can do shoots for billboards. If we wanna, rent it out, we can do that. It should basically be a creative hub where we can have people come to rent it for music videos, for basically anything creative that needs like a studio.
Yeah.
With the equipment as well. I'm not too big on renting equipment, no, but I'd rather offer people services. And me and my friend and colleague, business partner, Junior Motsopa, we are collaborating.
He's been on this podcast before.
Yes. We are collaborating on starting, a campaign management agency, which is, he's a digital marketer. He works with everything digital, and we're a modeling agency. So the collaboration, us coming together, is going to form a very strong team. We're going to be taking different brands, onboarding them. We're going to do your social media strategies. We're going to do the strategies for the whole campaign. Also, if you also want some of the old school methods of selling, we also provide those. You know what I mean? So it's going to be like a really good opportunity for various organizations, because a lot of organizations, what I've noticed is they're still stuck on the legacy media
approach.
But social media, the digital space is the way
if you use it correctly.
If you use it correctly, which is where we come in. We'll be able to schedule your
postings, monitor the quality.
Exactly. There's so much that we'll be doing for you guys. And then in this campaign, you need models. We tell you that we need models. We'll
make them available.
We'll start the models.
It's be one-stop shop.
Yes, it's going to be a one-stop shop where where there's promotions, we have models also in house, and we take those pictures also from our studio, and then we help you put them out there through digital marketing.
Are you considering going regional in terms of SA and other parts of the subcontinent or even continental?
No, definitely. We're growing I'm growing every day. I'm not the most articulate person, you know what I mean, but it's something what I've been working on over time. Yeah, so
I think you're doing pretty well.
I try. Thank you though. Thank you. So what we're doing is in countries like SA, the market is bigger there. You know what I mean? Like even the way they pay, I've seen how they pay. It's significantly different from Botswana. I mean, it makes sense because they are of their population as well. So you look at the long term. Junior, the long term what? What is that called?
Long term perceived value.
You look at the long term perceived value, looking at the population. Okay,
wow.
How much money are you going to make out of this? So in Botswana, the population is not that big. So we tell a lot of the LPV is not as great as in countries like SA. But yeah, we're slowly coming there. We've worked with some companies from SA, because most marketing agencies, the brands that are based in Botswana,
they have an advantage
are that
of
side.
the population, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, in terms of the LPV, yes, to use your fancy term, which I like. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Time for you to hit me with a question, if you have one.
Okay, we'll just let go of the DJing, I guess. But I can't let it go, man. I know we're pressed for time, but I need to.
Okay.
Yeah. With the DJing, I see myself going global because even the strategy, the brand where we're focusing. If you're watching this podcast and wonder why you should follow me or what content you're going to find on my page, we're going to be focused on the music. So we're going to be releasing new music, SA collaborations. If I give you a hint of a song where we are dropping next month, Maestro, Sean Music, and Emo. And these people are all charting. Like they are leading the charts currently as we speak.
In BW or generally, Africa-wide? Or internationally?
Worldwide, internationally. They're leading the charts in SA.
You're collaborating with them?
I'm collaborating with them. So across Apple Music and Spotify, so it's the best time to drop. So yeah, expect music, expect also mixes. We're going to be doing weekly mixes, DJ mixes.
Wow.
And also look out for a podcast that I'll be starting very soon. It's basically like a business podcast because we want to delve in deep into like the hows. Like a lot of people don't tell us, what did you do exactly? Where did you get the initial investment? Don't tell me to work hard. Work hard at what? Don't tell me to focus. Focus on what? You know what I'm saying?
Specifics. You dig deep. You dig deep.
Yes. So, but like I get it to be appealing also to people my age.
Yeah. They want to know the how.
Like I said, the look is going to also be the hook. Just the way I dress, you know what I mean? Like it's a different demographic, you know what I mean? So, because I also want to learn. I'm in a journey of learning.
Yeah. So
the more people I interview, the more I'm able to learn from them.
We welcome the competition. The more the merrier.
I don't see it as competition. I see it as a collaboration because I'd also love to have somebody like you on my podcast. Just like I'm starting something, but I wasn't like, no, I'm going to take my following to his podcast. It's not a problem. No. You know what I mean? Because we all win. We can all win. We can all eat. You know what I'm saying?
There's enough for everybody.
Yes, there's enough for everybody. Yeah. I could have been jealous or feel like, no, you know what I mean? They're gonna all go and watch this. It's not a problem. They can watch yours. They can go watch mine.
There's enough room for everyone.
And the aim is to go globally. I want to be playing in SA. That's why I've started collaborating with other artists in SA because that's where I want to be.
Yes,
you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what you're gonna find on my page. Just insightful conversations, topics that people don't have. People don't talk about these things like you know, and honestly, in terms of money, like, you know, it was part of the process, you know, and I'm very confident to speak about it, to say,
where you went wrong.
I have gone wrong so many times, okay? I've fallen over and over and over again, but
the key thing is you picked yourself up.
Yes, and I think I've gotten a hang of it, and I'm in the right direction now, you know. So what I'd like to ask you, where did you get your first initial investment to start in real estate?
Yeah, I got a hint of that earlier because that's how you ask. I was a prolific hard worker as a lawyer. We had targets which we had to meet every year. So every month rather. So every time I exceed that target, I put aside money. Every time I hit that target, I put aside money. So when the time came for me to find a house, because I was actually having a difficult landlady at the time, I had cash and I was able to negotiate paying over 6 months for that first house. So it was cash.
Rent to buy?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
No, it wasn't rent to buy. I paid cash for that house, and I parted with that terrible landlady. I call her terrible, but she was, you know, she had been good for those 3 years. It was towards the end when she became difficult. But I saved the money from my law practice. Simple answer.
Over a course of how long?
I started my practice in 91, and then I bought the house in 93.
So it took you 3 years.
3 years of working life, slogging it out, doing those long hours. The good thing is that I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working those hard hours. And then, of course, once I got into real estate around 99, I was buying 2 or 3 properties a year. Some of them cash, and then in the end, I got used to credit. I started borrowing money from banks. That's how we built up the momentum.
So one last thing
related to this.
Yes. This first house that you got over the 6 months, was it for you to live in, or was it a rental?
I was fed up with my landlady, so I moved in.
You broke the first rule. But it's interesting.
There's a debate
that you were able to.
There's the debate about that rule, where I'm teaching people that, look, if you can, make sure your first property is an investment property.
Yes.
But I think I was investing in myself because I was saving that rental, and I paid cash, so I wasn't paying a mortgage. So within 6 months, I was free and clear.
Okay.
So I teach my mentees that rules are there to guide you, not to enslave you.
Yes.
Rules are there to guide you, not to slave. The same way that Jesus said the Sabbath was meant for men, not meant for Sabbath.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay.
So things you weigh. So in my case, I think it was perfectly in order for me to stop paying a difficult landlady and to pay myself so that I don't pay rent.
So then you had to save again.
Then for me, I was able to. Okay. Remember that the cash flow was there. I had my own business. So the cash flow justified it.
Or you were not working for somebody at the time?
No. I had my own business. I started my own business in 91.
Okay, we'll continue this conversation on the Millionaire
where the
Factory podcast.
From, where you're tied up in a mortgage and you have one employer, and then you really make your situation terrible. But we can do the numbers, and I can demonstrate to you in my situation, it was worthwhile for reason ABC.
No, I'm looking forward to that.
We can have this conversation. I'm enjoying it already. Look at that camera, sir, and leave that viewer with something uplifting. Final words as we conclude.
Yo, Latty here, the favorite DJ, entrepreneur. All I wanted to say to people who are watching at home is nobody really knows themselves, but every single day we keep on striving to learn who we are, and it gets better with time. Do the things that you know you need to be doing but are not doing. Take care of the discipline. discipline yourself, and the discipline will take care of you. Thank you.
All right. Now give them all your socials, your contacts, wherever they are. Even your physical address, they can get in touch with you if they are interested in doing business with you.
Okay. Like I said, smash or pass content. It got me in trouble with Facebook. So my page got strikes. So I just created a new page. It's called Latty as well, in capital letters. So search it on Facebook, you'll find it. It's a very, very new page. And then on Instagram, it's at Latty_misfit. Same thing on TikTok, at Latty_misfit. Twitter, at Latty_misfit. And now there's Thread, at Latty_misfit. YouTube, also Latty. Just check it out. That's where you follow me. If you want to email me for business in terms of Latty as a DJ, lattymanagement@gmail.com. For X Models Agency, it's xmodelsgroup@gmail.com. If you want to call, 7751-2096.
Is that a WhatsApp as well?
Yes, it's on WhatsApp as well.
Say the number again.
7751-2096.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you've done a great job.